This activity is called Spiders Are Garden Helpers. It's a good science station activity. You can put it in if you are doing an insect or spider unit, or if it's towards the tail end of another theme and the science activity is just kind of lost its shine for them. You can incorporate this spider lesson in and tie it into the garden to keep reminding them of the things that are happening out there. So most of this activity can happen independently without your supervision in the science center, but you want to do some introduction the first time you have it out. So you can start by simply asking the children what they know about spiders, and they may talk about seeing one, they may talk about being afraid of them, they may talk about spiders biting people. But one thing that we're wanting to get at with this lesson is that spiders are not necessarily scary, and they can be very helpful in the garden, especially if the children understand them a little bit better. So after they talk some about what they know about spiders, introduce the concept that spiders can help our garden by eating the bugs that are eating our plants. And one of the ways that they can do that is with different types of webs, and they will be learning a lot about webs in this series of activities. So there are 3 or 4 different components in this lesson. You can have them all in your center, or you can have just 1 or 2 of them. I'll go through each one in a series, and you can choose whichever ones work best for you. So at the most basic, you could have some plastic spiders. You can find those in some of the life science bins under the spider and insect lessons, and a reference book about spiders. And they can flip through, and they can learn some just from looking at the pictures. But if any of them asks you to, there is descriptive simple text that you can read to them to help them learn some more. So that's just being familiar with what they look like and seeing them larger than life, and hopefully making them less intimidating in that way. So our next activity that you could have are spiderweb lacing cards. So this is the spider web that we're all most familiar with. It's the orb web. You see it at Halloween. But there are a couple different ways that spiders make their webs. And so we have a couple different lacing cards that the children can use. And these will work just like any other lacing cards you have. You can have a ribbon or string, and they will just feed them through the holes and make the patterns that they see on the cards. All right, our next activity that can go in the center is about how sticky webs work. And if you're using this one, I would recommend that when you first lay it out, you ask kids how spiders can walk on their webs and not get stuck. But other bugs do get stuck. And so this activity is about that. So you'll have this web template available in the bin, and you will use normal transparent tape, the shiny kind, so that they can see it better. This will be in the bins, to trace the lines that go across. And then you can use double-sided tape to trace the lines that go around. And this is something you'll want to do ahead of time. This is not something that the kids are doing. And ask them to feel across the web, and they can even pretend their fingers are spider legs, and see that they can feel parts that are safe for the spider, and they can feel parts that are sticky for the bugs. And if you want, you can also have cotton balls at the table so they can see how the cotton balls are bugs that stick to the web. The last exercise in this set is about how spiders can sense the bugs. So for this one, you'll want to have 2 chairs or 2 other objects that are at your station, or you could even tie it like between 2 sticks or posts. And this involves 2 children. So one child will be the spider, and the other child will be the bug that's getting caught. So your kid who's the spider will close their eyes and hold on to the string. And when the kid who's the bug walks on the string, you'll ask the spider child if they can feel that something has come on there. And that is how they can learn how spiders can sense when something has landed in their web.